hello, and welcome to the Southern Belle NOLA channel. I'm your hostess, Southern Belle, and this is the Bargains by Belle auction series. And today is our Sunday snack sale. Now, I know a few of y'all got a little confused because last week we had a special school supply sale, but that's just something we'll do once a year, but super fun. Thanks for the sales and the turnout. It's always fun to try something new. But we are back to our regular Sunday snack sale. And I'm so surprised that I don't see my mod in the chat yet. Somebody might need to go message Nancy. She might have taken a little nap. There's Nancy. I was just so worried. And I also haven't heard from ICU, who normally makes my list today. But if she's not able to be here, I will go back after the broadcast and write down who bought what and what um, quantities. I also don't have a co host for today. It's just one of those calamities. But I didn't want to cancel on y'all. I'm so excited to show you some new items today. So, if you would, since we seem to be kind of few and far between in the chat, um, go ahead and click the thumbs up and then click the share button. And share me out on your YouTube community page. Share me out on your Facebook, your Instagram, all your Discords, including mine, your Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter, which is now called X, and any other social media you have. Let's get all our friends here. It's always more fun when we have more people. We had a great night last night, over 200 views. I think we're up to about 250 now. Such a fun sale. Craig did a great job of co hosting until his power went out. And then Kitty came in, and we just had such a great time with Kitty. Kitty is never at a loss of words. We have such a great rapport together. So, such a great auction. I love when everybody helps out and it's kind of a group effort. So, maybe we can get some people to help today. Let me tell y'all how this is going to work, and then we'll do our individual hellos. So, for anybody who is new or watching for the first time or watching the replay for the first time, let me tell you how this works. If you've never been here before and you think you might possibly want to bid on something for the first time, as explained in the description, what you'll need to do is send me a registration email. And my email address is in the corner of the screen. Let me know your YouTube name, your real name, and your shipping address. That way I know where to send your items and where to send the bill. Once you've done that, you can bid. The way you bid in my chat is in numbers. That way I have a legal representation that you knew how much you were going to be billed on your invoice. You do have to pay for absolutely everything you bid on. All sales are final. All items are as is and where is. The only time you can retract is during an auction. I do not cancel invoices at all ever for any reason. You simply have to bid responsibly and pay for what you bid on. The methods of payment are a choice of Zelle or Pirate or PayPal. PayPal is how you can pay with your bank card, your debit card, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, Venmo, Apple Pay, and lots more ways. The method of shipping is called Pirate Ship, and Pirate Ship is a discounted shipping service that works with both UPS and USPS in order to get the deepest discounted rates. Those deeply discounted rates are based on the weight of the package, the dimensions of the package, and the distance from your zip code to mine. I'm shipping from a suburb of New Orleans, Louisiana. So that's why my channel's name is Southern Belle NOLA for New Orleans, Louisiana. Okay, let me scroll to the top and we'll say hello to the few people who are here today. All right, here's one of our newest viewers. Here's Matt. Thank you so much for coming, Matt. And Matt's working towards 1,000 subscribers. I think he's a little over 800 now. So we're going to root Matt on and pray for him that God will multiply his channel. Next, here's our co host for a little bit last night. There's Craig. Hi, Craig Wolf. Matt says, "What's happening? It's the Sunday snack sale. It's every Sunday at 3 p.m., except for last Sunday where we had a special school supply sale. But it was requested by Melinda and Zane that we have it in the afternoon rather than a nighttime auction because they wanted to be able to be there for it, even though they ended up being out of town. But still, they came by. So most of our auctions are at 7 p.m. at night, except for Sunday. Other auctioneers are on then. So this is a nice afternoon activity after everybody gets home from church and great time for a snack. Here is our mod running the chat today. Praise him with the dance, Miss Nancy Smith. Hello, hello, Nancy. And Craig says, I wish I could have stayed longer last night, but it's hard without power. Oh, I understood. And plus, when you couldn't read the chat, there's not much you could do to help me. So it actually worked out well for both of us. That way, you could work on the power situation, and I could have somebody who could come in and help me read the chat and keep up with the orders, because that's really what a co-host does is read the chat, keep up with who's ordering what. So but I appreciate you trying to help. Someday, if you can ever figure out how to read the chat, we'll have you back on again. And until then, we are so glad for your friendship and to have you just chatting with us from the chat. Okay, let's see who else is here. Here is Janice. Welcome, welcome, Janice. I'm so glad you're here. And Janice is reminding everybody to click the thumbs up, since that's a free and easy way that you can support my channel. All right, well, we're going to get started. So I say, laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. Roll in your life, roll in your heart, roll in your soul. Roll on and on and on. So we're going to get started with the fun round we call Belle's Bargain Bonanza. And in this round, everything is going to start at just $1 for choice. So, with it being autumn and August month, I have some autumn items, except I have just one left of my summer vibes. So, since it is technically still summer, I put it out. It's funny that the summer vibes have the same colors as the autumn and August, right? Isn't that just the funniest thing? But it's kind of cute and it coordinates. So $1 for choice. We've got big plates in the back and the long napkins in the back. And in the front, we have the larger luncheon size napkins. I don't have any of the small plates and I don't have any of the small cocktail napkins. So we're looking for $1 starting bid. Who's going to be that brave person to go ahead and put out the first $1 bid? And I think most of these are going to get you all the way through the season because they have leaves, they have pumpkins, they have gourds. So I think they're going to work for August, for September, for October, even into November, even for Thanksgiving. So, because even for Thanksgiving, so many times people want to put the decorative paper plates at the kids' table. All right. Anybody for paper products? And y'all don't seem to be chatting much today. Y'all go ahead and tell me what all is going on in your lives. Tell me all the good news. Tell me all the happy news. So I love to share in your joy. Craig is in for $1, and there's Chew. Everybody, welcome Chew to the chat. All right, we've got Craig for $1. We're looking for $1.25. And I tell you, even if you're not having company coming over, these are just so convenient to put a meal on, to make a sandwich on, to dump out a bag of salad on. I use paper plates all the time, and it's just me. And if you're looking for a coordinating set, look how nice these two look together. All right, anybody for $1.25? Otherwise, Nancy's going to go ahead and count this down. Y'all make sure that you have your notifications turned on for tomorrow's auction, which is going to be a celebration of a 2K. And we're going to have giveaways, and more giveaways. Um, Jocelyn has signed up for two of the $5 Bell Bucks giveaways. ICU has signed up for three of the Bell Bucks $5 giveaways. Kitty signed up last night in the chat for three of the $5 Bell Bucks giveaways. And at the very end of the auction, or at least as long as until she can stay, I should say, because sometimes she has to go to bed before the auction's over. ICU is going to give away a piece of sterling silver. Sterling silver. Super fancy. So grateful for the generosity of all those people who are providing giveaways. Okay, and we are sold. All right, we're sold to Mr. Craig. Let's see which one are ones and what quantities. How many pumpkin plates do you have? All right, let me check. All right, of this one in the center with the plaid, I have only one. Of this one, I have three more, so four total. So four of this one and one of this one. Let's see how many Craig decides on. And then after Craig chosen, we'll open back up for the remaining items. Even if you're making somebody a plate or taking them some cookies, it's always nice to wrap them up in a specialty napkin or a plate. Okay, give me all four of the one on the right. Okay, here are the four. All right. We'll open this up to the chat now. Thank you so much, Craig. Hi, CQ. All right. Anybody else interested in the one pack of plates left or the fancy napkins? I moved it. Now it has a glare. Oh, come on. So glad you're here, CQ. All right. Last call on these. So we've got one pack of the large plates left, one pack of the oblong napkins left, and three different styles in the large luncheon napkins left. Okay, last call on these. Okay, next, $3 for choice. I have two different flavors of Fiddle Faddle. Now, if you're not familiar with Fiddle Faddle, it is a popcorn with peanuts. So the two flavor choices are caramel or butter toffee. So $3 for choice. Boxes are so big, it's hard to get them in the screen. Anybody for something that's both sweet and salty? You've got the saltiness of the peanuts and the sweetness of either your choice of caramel or buttered toffee. Looking for $3. Okay, last call on this one. All right, let me clear these away. All right, next, $3 for choice. I have these churro cream filled cookies. Now, this is a vanilla cookie, but it's the filling that's churro. And if you're not familiar with churro, oh, let me show you the date on these. 2027. Churro is a mixture of vanilla and cinnamon. So, in addition to the churro flavor, I can also get these in key lime, uh, in creamsicle. So $3 for choice of sandwich cookies. And so just let me know which flavors you'd like. Once again, the flavors that I can get these in are the churro, which you're looking at, also the key lime, and also the creamsicle. And creamsicle's Rainbow's favorite. Okay, we're going to pass on these. Next, I have a 16 pack of banana sandwich cookies. But the great thing about the 16 pack is every pack has two cookies in it. So if you ever open up a package of cookies and after a while it seems stale just because you're slowly eating a package, I love these that come in the two packs because then each time you get to open up a new pack and it's like opening up fresh cookies. This is the first time I've ever seen banana filling. So, where's my banana lovers out there? These are just $3. Anybody for the banana sandwich cookies? Okay, Craig's in for $3. Thank you, Craig. All right, anybody want to bid it up to 325? Otherwise, we're going to count it down. Okay, how many, Craig? And then after Craig, we'll open it up to the chat to see if anybody else wants to get in on these. Let's see how many Craig wants. Okay, he wants just one. Anybody else want to try these new banana cream filled sandwich cookies? If you like banana pudding, you are going to like these banana cream sandwich cookies. And I've never seen them before. I don't know if I'll ever be able to get them again. All right. Anybody else for these? Okay. Next, here's a healthy one. This one's going to be just $2. This one is apple. It's an apple puree, like an apple sauce. It is unsweetened. It is 100% fruit, just $2. Gluten free, cholesterol free, no artificial colors or flavors. It comes in pouches with a twist off cap, and you get three pouches in this. Doria, were you in for the banana cream cookies? I just want to make sure. Or were you already bidding on the applesauce? I never really understood why people called it apple sauce because you think of a sauce as something you put on other things, and you don't actually put applesauce on anything. You eat it by itself. Oh, but I think of it as a delicious, healthy treat when I something sweet. And I love that these have the twist off caps and you can just eat it from the package. All right, anybody for $2 for the 100% fruit, unsweetened apple puree or apple sauce? Once again, you get three in here, so that's not even a dollar each. And since you can drink it right from the pouch, they're very convenient for in the car. Okay, last call on the applesauce. Okay, next I have these chocolate biscuits. Now, we would call these cookies, but when you buy European goods, many times they'll call cookies biscuits. These are going to be $3. They have a shortbread cookie on the bottom, and then some delicious chocolate, and then a pretty impression on it. It says that these are both delicious and crispy. So, looking for $3 for this fancy cookie. Oh, and let me show y'all the date on these. The date is 2027. If I ever forget to show y'all the date, just remind me. All right, anybody for the Bauduco? Yes, she is, Nancy. Okay. All right, let's pass on this one then. All right. Next, let's look at a trivet. Look how thick this trivet is. And it says home sweet home, and it even has some little studs. So, the thing I like about this is it can just sit up as home decor. And then when you have a pot that you need something to sit on, you just put it down and then put your pot on top of it. But I love that when you don't need it, it is as pretty as home decor. All right, this is going to be $5. $5. This would also be a great host or hostess gift when you get invited over to dinner somewhere, or even if somebody's having a backyard barbecue or they're grilling out, because people always need a place to put a hot pan, a hot tray of food, a hot cookie sheet. So everybody can always use an extra trivet. Anybody for $5? Craig, why don't you tell us about it at the end of the auction, sweetheart? That would be a great time. That way I can move some items around. Okay. Next, if you like shortbread cookies or you like European cookies, this is a European style cookie, $3. It's a thin shortbread, And it has yummy dark chocolate in between the layers. These are thin and light and crispy and delicious. These are some of my favorites. $3. And they always say that dark chocolate is the healthy type of chocolate and that it's got antioxidants in it. Oh, Craig says these are his favorite. These remind me a little bit of the Milano by Pepperidge Farm. Craig's in for 3. Anybody for 325? Oh, let me show y'all the date on this. Let's see, where is it? Okay. The date is 2027. So tons of time on this one. Let's count it down, pretty please. Fair warning. Okay, we are sold to Craig. Craig, how many of these would you like to stock up on them? Especially since you said these are your favorite. Yes, you do have a started box. Yep, it was too little to ship last week, so I just held it over. Offhand, I don't remember what it is. I think you might have bought. Oh, I do know what it is. You bought 2 journals. You bought the mustard seed journal and the floral journal that had the First Corinthians verse on it. And you also have 2 gifts from Sandy in your box too. Okay. Hi, Shelby. All right. Craig's going to take 2 of these. We're going to open this to the chat now. Anybody else? Oh, gift alert, gift alert, gift alert. What are you gifting and to whom? And then we'll see if any in the chat wants to try these delicious European style cookies, which are thin shortbread with a dark chocolate filling. All right, Craig's going to keep one and send one to Nancy. Fantastic. And if y'all aren't already subscribed to Shelby, she's been making some cute videos lately. Some of her videos, some of her shorts, I'm sorry, shorts, not videos, have even been advertising my auctions. All right, anybody else for these cookies? All right, let's move these aside. All right, let's see. Next we have some old fashioned ginger snaps. So $3 for these. Or I also have this Rossellini, and look how pretty it is. And if you're not familiar with it, it is a spreadable hazelnut cream and milk and cocoa. And the reason I'm showing these together is I like to take this and spread it on this. For a while, I was selling some chocolate covered ginger cookies and I sold out of those. I can't get any more of those. Usually, I can get some kind of around Mardi Gras, around winter, kind of around Valentine's Day. But until I can get those, I take the Rossellini and I basically frost the ginger snap and then pop it into my mouth. Let me show you the dates on these. Okay, the Rossellini is good until 2027, and the ginger snaps are good until June of 2027. So looking for $3 for choice. Now, if you would prefer to put the Rossellini on toast, um, like you would with Nutella, you absolutely could. And if you want to eat your ginger snaps by themselves or dip them into banana pudding or vanilla pudding, you absolutely could. So you don't necessarily have to eat these two together. I just personally like these two together. Okay, let's move these aside. All right, I only have one of these. It was something brand new. This is by Annie's. Annie's is an organic company, and they have made a super mac. So it's like a mac and cheese, except that it has 15 grams of protein and 6 grams of fiber. So it's like the healthier version, and it's also made with organic pasta. It's shells and real aged cheddar. So I'm going to start this at 3. I only have one. Only have one. But I've never seen a mac and cheese that wasn't just all carbs and starch um, and all the unhealthy things. So I was so excited when this one has 15 grams of protein and 6 grams of fiber. And if you've ever tried Annie's before, it is the ultimate in organic brands. And I only have one. All right, we'll pass on that. All right, next I have these cute travel mugs that say Rise and Shine. Nancy, this 2 pack is going to be $2. $2 for the 2 pack. And this is the kind with the steam hole and the sipping hole. So you get 2 cups and 2 lids. Thank you, Shelby. Yep, hopefully hopefully now that you have mentioned it on Discord, more of our regulars will be coming over because we're missing Kathy Dubrick and Diane and Jedit, Grant, who is Eugene on Discord, and ICU, Sandy. We're also missing our sweet Riri, but she's not on our Discord. We're missing Doreen. We're missing Kitty. Missing so many people today. There's Carrie Z. Yay. So glad you're here. All right. Last call on these super cute farmhouse style 2-pack of cups. Um, I know it's only been a few hours and already we miss Kitty. She did such a good job at co hosting. So look at this sweet chicken, or maybe it's a rooster, standing on top of the pig, standing on top of the cow, and it says rise and shine. And once again, it is a 2-pack for $2. That's like $1 a cup. So 2 cups, 2 lids. All right, we're going to pass on this one. Next, I have some meals. I know most of the time people just want the snacks. We have a lot of cookies and popcorn, and we'll have some more salty stuff and some candies. But I have a few meals. These meals are going to be $4. This first one is from Tasty Bite. It's ready in only 60 seconds. It is mild, and it's all natural, and it's a protein bowl. Talk about healthy right there. It's Mediterranean style. These are going to be $4 for choice, Nancy. It's a medley of chickpeas, couscous, and beans with a Mediterranean citrus vinaigrette. The second one is also by Tasty Bite. It's also mild. It's also a protein bowl, but this one is Mexican style. A medley of whole grains and beans with a Mediterranean citrus cilantro vinaigrette. And the last one is by Dinty Moore, and it's got 12 grams of protein. It is a beef stew, and it's made with fresh potatoes and carrots. And I have to say, I tried one of these out for y'all the other night, and I have to tell you that it is delicious, that the sauce is nice and thick. Although I always add a little Zatarans or Tony Sasserays just to kick it up a little bit. And the carrots are like melt in your mouth. You don't even have to chew the carrots, they just like dissolve on your tongue. It's amazing. So $4 for a nice, convenient, ready to heat meal that's already in a bowl. I love that this isn't the type that's like in a can where you've got to wash a dish and dump it out and then heat it up, eat it, and then you got to wash your dishes. I love these that you can just tear the container open, pull back the plastic, throw it in the microwave, and boom, eat it. When you're done, throw out the container. So I love the ones that come in the microwavable dishes. It just makes it so much simpler. Now, I only have one of each of the protein bowls because I wasn't sure if y'all would like the protein bowls or not. So I just got one. Okay, any interest in the meals? Okay, last call on these then. Maybe we'll stick to snacks then. I didn't know if y'all would want real food or meals. All right. But I thought even if these don't sell, I could always, in a pinch, just eat them myself. All right. Next, I have these are also meals. Try one more time. These are going to be $3. These are in a pouch. The first one is spinach and garlic tortellini, filled with a blend of cheeses in a savory spinach and garlic sauce. Janet, I was just thinking some of those meals I just showed would have been perfect for your lunches at work. The next one is a garden marinara mini ravioli filled with a blend of cheeses in a garden marinara sauce. And then we have chili sin carne red bean chili set in a hearty vegetarian sauce. Wait, what's going on here? I think I missed something in the chat. Let me see if I can scroll up. Oh, wait, Jen, it was in for 4. Okay, let me get those back out. Sorry. Okay, so we had these two. And the Dinty-Moore. Okay, let's see what Janet's going to order. I only have one of each of the protein bowls. I have a few of the Dinty-Moore. Let's see what Janet picks. Thank you so much for being here, Janet. I appreciate you also coming last night. All right, let's see which one are ones and what quantities. And then after we'll go to the pouches. Okay, he's going to go for the Mexican and a beef stew. I do have multiples of the beef stew. So if you want multiples, I think I have like 5. Might have 6. Either 5 or 6. So let me know. Thank you so much. Okay, so back to these pouches. I only have one of each, so there are no quantities. Ashley Lee, I'm so glad you're here. So $3 for the pouch. Let me review with you what the options are. So the first one is chili sin carne red bean chili set in a hearty vegetarian sauce. And you just microwave these in the pouch. See how they work? 1 minute in the pouch. This next one is garden marinara, a mini ravioli filled with a blend of cheeses in a garden marinara sauce. Also, these are an excellent source of fiber and protein. No artificial colors, preservatives, or flavors. And the last one is spinach and garlic tortellini, filled with a blend of cheeses in a savory spinach and garlic sauce. Only have one of each. Okay, Janet's in for 3. 3 totally different meals, totally different sauces. I love that you can just throw them in the microwave. If you have a long enough spoon, you could actually eat it out of the pouch if you wanted to, or just then dump it onto a paper plate or a bowl. I'm so glad you're here, Lily. In 7 minutes, we're going to have our next dollar round. And to anybody who missed the first round, we had paper plates and napkins for the season. All right, anybody for 325? We're going once. We're going twice. Fair warning. Okay, we are sold to Janet. You gonna do a clean sweep or are you gonna pick and choose? Remember, there's no multiples. So if you don't pick it now, it'll be lost forever. No, but I'm not able to get any more of these. I got a closeout deal. All right, so he's going to go for the chili and the spinach. All right, that leaves the ravioli for somebody else. Anybody for the ravioli? Ravioli still up for grabs. All right, let's move this one aside. It would have been a great lunch for somebody. Still could be. All right. Next, I found these. Um, And Lily, this is what's in your box that I was telling you about. Bless her heart. Lily is such a good friend and so trusting. I can just email her about stuff and tell her what it is, and she'll just decide if she wants it or not. So I told her that I found these sweet Maui onion chips. Now, she really wanted the Pop Daddy, but Pop Daddy aren't making them anymore. So I found this different brand, and I even tried these myself, and I thought they were delicious. Um, so I decided to get them and share them with everybody, but I wanted to let Lily know these are the ones in her box that's on the way between me and her. All right, so $3. These are gluten free, it says. So anybody else enjoy the sweet Maui onion um, Pop Daddy, and maybe you'd like to try it in a chip. Now, keep in mind, this is not a Pop Daddy chip. It's a brand called Founders Street. Let me show you the date on these. These have a date of October. But I thought this was a fabulous new flavor, so I thought I'd show y'all. All right, well, last call. All right. Next, backed by popular demand, I have these cinnamon twists left. $3. The date on these is also October. And when I went to pick some of these up, I realized I didn't think I had, and I think I even told this to Shelby this morning. I said, I don't think I have any fall foods. And when I went to pick up my order of the cinnamon twists, lo and behold, they had the fall flavors in. So let me show you the fall flavors of the cinnamon twists. All right. The first fall flavor is apple cinnamon. How fun is that? And the second fall flavor is pumpkin spice. So I've got three flavors of these. Looking for $3 for choice. Craig, are you in on this? Or Craig, were you bidding on the Maui sweet onion? Craig, you can just say Maui or say twist, and then I'll know what you were buying. And let me know the quantity, pretty please. And this is a good time to remind everybody that to make sure you are on live chat, not that top chat, which will deceive you into thinking your own chat is at the top. And to make sure that your little red line at the bottom of the screen is pulled all the way forward. That way you're with us and not lagging behind. Also, it's always a great time to click the thumbs up. Okay, Craig was in on the Maui. Fantastic. How many did you want? Okay, one please. Fantastic. All right, so here are the first of the fall flavors. Most companies have not put their fall flavors out yet, but when they do, I will bring them to you. All right, anybody for the twists? Okay, last call on these then, if there's no interest in the new fall flavors. All right, let me clear these away. All right, next I have some cheese. This is shelf stable cheese and it is cheddar. I'm going to start this at $3. I only have two of these. Let me show you the date on it. Oops, got it upside down. All right, the date is October 13th. So a nice fancy cheese you can put on some crackers or eat in cubes. It's so hard to even find shelf stable cheese. I maybe get it once a year for y'all. And I only have two. So where's my cheddar lovers out there? All right, any interest on the cheddar? All right, we'll pass on this one. All right, it's top of the hour, so let's look at some dollar items. All right, first I have this fruit motif tablecloth. It measures 52 by 70. Of course, it just wants to look down. All right, let me flatten my camera that way. Then next, I've got a paper tablecloth. Yes, it was originally 2.75, but it's going to be just $1. Next, I have this cute wooden hanging sign that says delicious hamburgers made fresh. Also, I have these little glasses. They're really more of a dipping sauce. And they say um, pumpkin smashed on them, little orange cups. And last but not least, I have a 4 pack of the stirring sticks. And all of these are one and done. No multiples here. Oh, wait, what did I miss? $3 check times 2. Check. Um, Nancy, do you know what Janice was ordering? I want to make sure it's something I have or something I can get. Oh, cheese? You think it was cheese? Okay, let me grab those 2 cheeses. Okay, here's the 2 cheeses going to Janice. All right. All right. Anybody for $1 on these? This is the Bell's Bargain Bonanza round that we have at the top of each hour. We've got 2 different tablecloths, a everyday one, a Halloween one. You don't often see Halloween tablecloths with a pink background, a cute, delicious hamburger wooden sign. Wouldn't that be great to hang in and around the grill? We have the 4 pack of the stir sticks or the pack of the shot glasses. So ignore the prices on the items. Everything starts at $1 on the Bell's Bargain Bonanza round. Jocelyn, I'm so glad you're here. I thought about you earlier when I was showing that Mediterranean dinner with the couscous and all. And also that Annie's organic thing. I thought about you for that too. It's not very often that I get Annie's in. So glad you're here. All right, we've got $1 from Jocelyn. Anybody from $1.25? Remember, there's no multiples this round. It's all one and done. Oh, thank you, Jocelyn. All right, if there's no other interest, let's count it down so we can get to picking. Okay, we are sold to Jocelyn. Let's see which one she picks. Halloween tablecloth. Okay, great choice. Anybody else? We'll open it to the chat now. Still have a tablecloth left, the wooden hamburger sign, a set of four stirring sticks that looks like little Caspers, and some shot glasses that are orange, which really would be better for dipping sauces. Okay, Lily's going to take the glasses. Fantastic. Anybody else? All right, let me clear these off. I just thought, especially with these stirring sticks, these are just some of the cutest of cute. Imagine stirring your morning coffee or those coffee, what are they called? Cold brews with these. Tina, I'm so glad you're here. We've been missing you. On one of the magazines last night, we had some fall magazines, and one of them had an article all about Chattanooga. So I shouted you out, wondering if you'd made it to Chattanooga or not yet. Because when you're not here, we miss you, but we know you're busy on the road. I love it when you check in to say hi to us. Okay, next $2 starting bid. I have a set of four orange faced pumpkin tumblers. So a set of four cups, $2 starting bid. I'm so glad you've been traveling. Such a blessing to be able to see new and fun and interesting places. We miss you, but we love that you were living your best life. And of course, Mike, too. Nancy, did we get the four-pack tumblers for $2 starting bid in? Ooh, on the way to Virginia. Nice. You keep traveling north, you may get to one of those states where they actually have leaves that change colors. Here, they're just green until January, where they turn taupe and fall off. We don't get all those colors. Okay, we're going to pass on the cups. All right. Now, where do y'all keep your sponges and your Barillas? I have this cute little holder here. It is ceramic. It says authentic mason. I don't know that it's really made by Mason, but look, it's a little place you can put your scrubbers. That way, you're not just keeping them in your sink or having to lay it on your counter. I just think that's a fantastic idea. We're going to start this one at 5. I only have one of these. Oh, Tina says we ran our legs off, but didn't get to see everything we wanted to. We are headed back after our Virginia trip. Well, nice. Also, we had a bunch of people in Tennessee last night. So we had like 3 people who had been to Dollywood because Janet just went. Grant lives close to there. And who was the third person who was? Oh, Nancy. Nancy is close as well. So we were talking Tennessee and Dollywood last night too. I'm like, how do we keep having these travel conversations on a night when Tina is in here? This isn't right, y'all. But I love things that are both decorative and serve a purpose. So this is a great example. It's both decorative and it serves a purpose. Okay, last call on this one then. All right, let me set this one aside. Okay, next $5 for choice. First, I've got this glass that says Happy Halloween. So great water goblet, stemless water goblet, or great for juice as well. This one says, a house is not a home without paws. It's got a black interior on it. This next one is for the animal lovers as well. It's got a farm motif. Look at the plaid truck. And it's got the rooster sitting on top. The goose is driving, and it's got a cow in the back, and it says, family is everything. And then last but not least, this is a two-pack set. You get both the glass mug and the top is also a coaster. So if you put the top on this way, it's a top. Once you open it up, this can be the coaster as well. So I love that there are two opportunities here. Now, I only have one of the Halloween cups. I have two of this one, and I have multiples of the farmhouse and multiples of a house is not a home without paws. Oh, yes, absolutely, Doria. Okay, this one's sold to Doria. Thank you so much. And just like that, I always say people can order from the replay, but you can order from the replay during the live as well as after the live. And Doria just gave a great illustration of how easy it is to order from the replay during the live. I love that. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Any interest in these cups or mugs? Last call on these then. All right, let me move these aside then. Okay, next $3. I have it's called a cupcake stand. And look how beautiful this cupcake stand is. It's a beautiful blue color and has a daisy. It's got a scalloped edge. Now, even though it is specifically for cupcakes, if you wanted to put a candle on it, you could. If you wanted to put a muffin on it, you could. If you wanted to put a flower vase on it, you could. It could be a pedestal really for anything. But Nancy, $3 starting bid. I only have one of these, and I think it is just so pretty. Oh, we got a recommendation from Tina. Tina says, I highly recommend Ruby Falls to anybody in the area. During our stay, I saw lightning bugs and hummingbirds and dragonflies and raccoons, all from the same campground. Well, I have to tell you, one of the things that I was so surprised about when I went to Texas for college and then just stayed to work is in the swamps, we don't have any lightning bugs. It was only when I went to Texas, I kept thinking, what is that? What is that? And for a second, I thought my eyesight was just going out, that I was seeing little sparks here and there. And then somebody finally laughed and said, you must not be from around here. And I said, no. That's a lightning bug. You can't really see the bug because it's so small, and it's only at dusk that you'll see the little sparks. And they tried to explain it to me, and I was just so amazed. Oh, Doria, it was bought by Janice. Oh, and Tina is saying that this would make an adorable ring holder. All right, we're going to pass on this. Well, I tell you what, Doria, I feel so bad about selling out of it. I do have something else in cheddar, and I actually have three types. So this is going to be $3 for choice. I've got the white cheddar cheese you're looking at, but I also have a regular cheddar that I can get and a garlic cheddar that I can get. So I have three flavors. There's cheddar, the white cheddar that you're looking at, and the garlic cheddar. So $3 for choice on these. Nancy, $3 for choice. Once again, the choices are cheddar, white cheddar, and garlic cheddar. And one of the things that I really like about these is they're a baked snack cracker, which makes them more healthy. And they're also made with real cheese. Let me show you the date on this one. Date is 2027. And I think these taste delicious. These are some of the few snack crackers. You don't have to dip them into hummus. You don't have to put meat or cheese on them. They are delicious just by themselves. Okay, last call on this one then. All right, here's the next specialty item. And I only have one of these, and they're Rice Krispies, but they're blue and green. And look how cute they are. And if you make them into Rice Krispie treats, look how cute. They cut one out with a flower, they cut one out with a butterfly, and it is a huge, huge, huge box. We keep backing up. Uh, it's going to be just $3. It's a special edition. Let's see right here, special edition. Uh, here's the ruler so that you can see just how big these are. Oh, Lily, were you in on the crackers or were you bidding on the cereal? Without a co-host, it is so difficult. Probably should have just canceled since we're having problems with the lag and keeping up. Usually it's our policy when we've gone on to the next product for the mod just to do a immediate sale and just to say, sold this product to this person rather than having to go back and count it down. I always appreciate when we can do a direct sale once we've already gone on to the next item. Okay, Lily is going to take one of the garlic cheddar and this white cheddar. Okay, fantastic. All right, then let's see if Nancy will let us go on. So $3 for the Kellogg's Special Edition Rice Krispies in blue and green. Okay, Nancy, pretty please, could we go on to this one now? Okay, so I only have one of these. The date on this one is November, so plenty of time. And look how cute these turned out if you use them for baking, or you could just eat them because they are delicious. This is a huge box. It is 12.3 ounces for only $3 starting bid. Okay, come right back, Lily. We'll miss you. All right, Doria's in for three. I try to warn y'all when I only have one or two of something because I hate for anybody to miss out. All right, anybody for 325? Let's count it down and keep it moving, pretty please. Oh, and Doria gives us the great tip that you can use them for trail mix for Christmas. I love that idea. That is so inventive. All right, we are sold, sold, sold to Doria. All right, next for $2, I have a bottle of balsamic vinegar. Now, I hate to try to ship glass, but this is not glass. See, it's plastic. So it's going to be just $2. So if you like to make a balsamic glaze on some of your meats or your vegetables, or even better, a balsamic reduction, I think that is just so incredibly delicious. Also, some people will make their own salad dressings with a balsamic vinegar and oil. So here you're getting the entire bottle. The bottle is 8.5 ounces. So it's a big bottle. Big bottle. And we're starting at just $2. Doria's in for two. All right. Anybody want to bid it up to 225? And Tina says, I gotta go, but have an amazing auction and a great rest of your weekend. Hugs and love to all. It means so much that even though you're busy, you stopped in. Such a testament to our friendship. Tell Mike hi, and you keep making some memories and come on back and tell us all about where you went, what you did. I love getting to catch up. Super fun. You should have twisted her arm into giving Nancy a little break in case she needed a snack or a water to go to the bathroom. Oh. If anybody ever wants to give Nancy a little break, y'all help her out. She works so hard trying to keep up with our fast paced auction. We've got two. We're looking for 225. Otherwise, Nancy's going to start counting down. Oh, there we go. Going once, going twice. Okay, we are sold to Doria for two. How many of these would you like? And then we'll open it up to the chat. Let's see what she chooses. Okay, she's going to take just one. We're going to open it up to the chat now. Anybody else want to get one of these bottles of balsamic vinegar? For those of y'all who might not have ever bought a liquid from me before, even when it's in plastic, what I do is I put it in a Ziploc bag, and that will ensure that if, God forbid, something happens to it, it will only spill within the Ziploc bag. But you can see that this is not only closed and sealed, but there is a wrapper on top of it. Patty Rose, I'm so glad to see you. We have missed you, missed you, missed you. I thought about you when we were having our autumn in August because I kept thinking, so many of these things Patty Rose would love to give to the trick or treaters. I hope you are having a great summer. Patty says, I could smell the food and I had to come a running. I love that. All right, last call on these bottles of balsamic vinegar. I tell you, with this, you're just a stone's throw away from a great balsamic glaze, a balsamic reduction, your own salad dressing. So much you can do with a balsamic vinegar. And for anybody who might not have tried, a balsamic vinegar is a dark color, and it's supposed to be a dark color. That's how you can tell the balsamic vinegar from the regular vinegar. All right. Next, let me show you this gorgeous cutting board that is perfect for the autumn and August season. I might have to move my camera back. It is all wood and it is thick. I'm going to have to start this one at $10. Let me show you why. Beautiful wood grain, but the top of the cutting board, which I'm going to have to move back my camera, says boo. So how great would this be, not only as a cutting board, but maybe a charcuterie board, a serving board, a cheese board, a snack board. And it says boo. And once again, look how thick, thick, thick the wood is. Just beautiful. And making those fancy boards or trays are such the rage now. You see so many videos showing you fun ways to set them up, to arrange them, to cut the items on them. And Patty says, amazing. Hope everybody is enjoying the summer and enjoying family and friends. Okay, anybody for this specialty cutting board? Okay, we are going to move this one aside. All right, next, $2 for choice. It's the choice of a bottle opener. You can choose from a hot dog or a hamburger. Just $2. Great for those cookouts and grillings. Great gift for a guy as well. Also great for tailgating. Anybody for $2? Okay, last call on these then. Okay, next, let's see who likes coffee. I've got some coffee flavored snacks. The first one is a hard candy, and it is flavored like a latte. $3 for choice. The second one is flavored like cappuccino, but this one is a chewy candy. So you're going to choose between latte and a cappuccino, $3 for choice. Oh, I can't believe we only have 13 phones. Okay, where's my coffee lovers? Calling all coffee lovers. Well, we can pass. Oh, wait, I don't think Nancy even got this in the chat yet. Oh, Nancy? Do we lose Nancy? I hope not. Well, if anybody can hear me, $3 for choice. Once again, the choices are latte or cappuccino. The latte is a hard candy, and the cappuccino is a chewy candy. I hope she didn't lose connection or internet. Oh, there she is. Okay, I'm glad you're still here. I got worried for a second. After losing Craig the other day, it reminds me that we could lose anybody anytime. Squirrel is here! Yay, Squirrel! I'm so glad to see you. We missed you so much at the Autumn and August auction last night. I kept thinking with some of those big storage crates that just looked like a squirrel thing to me. We're so glad you're here, Squirrel. Everybody, welcome, Squirrel. All right, she's in for three. Anybody for 325? And there is Kevin, a Canadian guy that runs a growth channel called Tuber Chat. And that's another place that I see Matt is on Tuber Chat. So y'all welcome Mr. Kevin. Last week at the end of the show, he actually put my channel on the screen. Most of the time, I don't even get on the wheel, but I actually got on the wheel and got on the screen. I think in the last 5 minutes one day last week, it just made my week. And Kevin will be celebrating our 2,000 subscriber milestone on Monday with giveaways and with special discounted clearance that we call Bell's bonus buys. So y'all tell Mr. Kevin about the 2,000 subscriber. Maybe he'll promote me. So, because he likes to share in milestones. Okay, we are sold. All right, and Squirrel is going to go with two of the cappuccino. Okay, we're going to open it to the chat. I'm not sold out of either one yet. I still have more of the latte, which is a hard candy, and the cappuccino, which is a chewy candy. And Kevin says, I try to get to as many as possible, and you absolutely do. I hear all the time that he's running into other people from Tuber Chat. I seem to never run into people on Tuber Chat, with the exception that Matt's now started coming to my channel. But other than that, I never see any of the people any place unless I'm like seeking out their channel. So they must be hiding in different genres. All right, anybody else for these delicious coffee flavored snacks? All right. Next, since we're talking about coffee, let me sell actual coffee. This is a cold brew coffee, and we're going to start it at $6. And this is brown sugar flavored, and it makes 14 8-ounce cups. 14 8-ounce cups. That's a lot. Okay. So if you're not familiar with this, and I'm not a coffee person, so I'm just going to read you the package. You add to water and steep overnight. So here's the directions on the back. You'll see it comes in packets. You place 2 cold brew coffee bags in a pitcher. And if anybody needs pitchers, I can bring the pitchers out. I do have new pitchers. And you fill it with 7 cups of cold water. Then you place in the fridge and steep for 8 to 12 hours. So basically overnight. And then boom, you remove, filter the bags after steeping. So it starts out as water, and then when you wake up in the morning, it becomes cold brewed coffee. With the power of time. Well, and pitcher. So it's going to be a delicious brown sugar. $6. And once again, it's going to make 14 8-ounce cups. 14 coffees for $6. And you don't have to wait like you do with a coffee pot because you brew the entire pitcher. So it's also great if you just want a little taste of it, or maybe you want an extra big cup. So I love the fact that you can just pour the amount you want. If you want to make it less strong, you could always add other flavorings or yet more ice or creams or additives. All right, so anybody for $6? Okay, I'm gonna pass on this one. Next, $3 for choice. I have some syrups. Now, when you're making pancakes or waffles, some people will put syrup, some people will then put fruit on the top. Well, here is a fruit flavored syrup. So if you can always get to the grocery in order to get some fresh fruit, but you still want that fruit taste on your waffles or your pancakes, this is a fruit flavored syrup. And Patty says, what would you drink on the next day? Well, you could keep drinking it depending on how often you made it. Um, According to this, if you make it by the pitcher, it makes two pitchers. So there'd be a whole nother pitcher for the next day because it's 14 8-ounce cups. All right, so $3 for choice. I have a strawberry syrup and a blueberry syrup. I also watched this cooking program on another channel that was showing this product called affogato. And what they were showing is you apparently take ice cream and then you pour coffee over it. So it's apparently a summer treat. And I think it's based in Italy, but there's something about the sweetness and the creaminess and the coldness of the ice cream that takes away the bitterness of the coffee. All right, anybody for $3? All right, last call on these. Okay, next, let's look at some placemats. Since we're still in autumn and August, this is going to be a set of 4 placemats. It is 100% jute. It is 13 by 19. And it says happy fall, y'all. And you've got this gingham truck and you've got pumpkins in the back. I also love this beautiful fringed edge. So it's a set of 4 and we're going to start these out at $5 for a 4-pack. Oh, Jeddah agrees about the great on ice cream. Oh, no, he's saying the syrup is great on ice cream. Oh, Patty says, I was just teasing. Um, as if anybody would drink 14 in one day. Okay, sorry. I guess humor is a little different up north versus down south. And I like Janet's idea with the syrups. You can just buy plain vanilla ice cream and then put the blueberry on it one night, put the strawberry on it one night. I like that idea a lot. Well, we'd love to have raids. It was super fun to have a raid last night from the coin community. Oh, and Patty's agreeing about the affogato, and she says it's a perfect for summer, and it's similar to what Belle was describing, but with espresso. Okay, I don't too much know one coffee from another. Like I said, I was watching a video while doing some other stuff, so you're right. I do not know my cappuccinos from lattes, from espresso, from French press, from hard drip to cold drip to um, uh, cold brew. I don't speak coffee. Now, soda or juice, yeah, but not so much coffee or tea. All right, well, last call. All right, let me move these aside. All right, next it is moon pie time. $3 for choice on moon pies. So, as always, we have the chocolate and banana. I have just one blueberry left from our summer flavors. Then I got in the new flavor of birthday cake. But look at this. Instead of the regular graham cracker, it's made with the vanilla cookie. Now, how cutting edge is that? Also, it is nut free, it is dairy free, and it's egg free. So that's going to be a new flavor. And I also have a couple of the strawberry shortcake flavor. And the strawberry shortcake flavor is made with a shortbread cookie. So I love that not only is Moon Pies branching out into different flavors, but they're also making them with different cookies. All right, $3. Okay, I see we have some Duncan fans. Bravo. And Patty Rose is in for three. And here I thought she just came to chat it up, which I love so much. There's never any pressure to buy here. So, but apparently she saw something she liked. So Patty's in for three. Oh, Janet loves iced coffee. Okay, good to know. All right, anybody for 325? A lot of great flavors. So I don't have too many of these, and it won't be long before we get the fall flavors out in moon pies. So once again, I only have one more left of the birthday cake, one more left of the blueberry. I only have two more left of the strawberry shortcake, but I may be able to get more strawberry shortcake. I'm not sure. And I can always get the banana and the chocolate. Patty says, Janet, I drink the iced coffee all year long. Jane does that too. Feels kind of weird ordering it when it's 5 degrees outside. I love that because I'm always teasing Jane about that. All right, we're at fair warning. Okay, we are sold to Patty Rose. Let's see which one are ones and what flavors. Everybody congratulate Patty on her first purchase today. Okay, so she's going to take what I have in strawberry, blueberry, and birthday cake. All right. So I'm going to remove these and these because they are sold out. I'm going to let y'all know if anybody else wants to try the strawberry, I can go back and try to get more. If you want to put an order in, put the order in the chat. And if I can fill it, I will. You're never charged for anything I don't have in hand to mail out. But feel free to request this and I will see if I can get it. I should be able to go back to my source because they had more that I left on the shelf. I just didn't want to get too much not knowing if y'all would like it. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Last call on the moon pies. So I've got chocolate and banana. If y'all want, I can try to go back and get more. Okay. I will try to get strawberry and birthday cake. If I find them, how many do you want of each, squirrel? I'll send you an email and let you know if I was able to find them or not. But let me know if I should see them, if you want one, if you want two, if you want three. So that way I know how many to grab. Anybody else want to be put on the if I can find it and get more list? If so, speak up. And Squirrel will attest that I have gone and looked for things that I've sold out before and have been successful sometimes in finding them. Okay, she'll take two of each if I can find them. Okay, fantastic. All right, last call on these then. Okay, next, here is something I just found for the first time. I don't know if anybody likes a lemon. These are bite-sized Meyer lemon cookies. I had never seen them before, and I found them just this week. It says, more cookies, more joy. $3, no artificial flavors, no preservatives, no synthetic colors. The date is 2027. So you had a whole year. All right. Anybody for Dewey's Meyer lemon cookies? I love when I find new items. So we had the banana cream cookies for the first time, and now we have Meyer lemon cookies. Although I still think those churro filled cookies are delicious too. If anybody tuned in late, y'all feel free to scan through the items from earlier or watch the replay. All right, I see Squirrel first. Jedit, do you want to go up to 325? And then in 2 minutes, we'll have our next $1 round at the top of the hour. And y'all are going to like this. We've got some kind items and some Nature Valley items. Doria is at 325. Jetted is out. Anybody for 350? Otherwise, we're going to count this down. Okay, squirrel is out. Let's go ahead and count this down. I know lemon isn't everybody's favorite. Some people like lemon, some people don't. It's kind of that way with all the fruit stuff. Some people like banana, some people don't. Some people like blueberry, some people don't. So I try to get different flavors to please different tastes. I'm one of those people who doesn't like lemon, so don't ever ask if I've tried these because this would be a hard pass for me. Just not to my tasting, but I'm sure they are delicious. Fair warning. Okay, Doria, how many would you like? And then after Doria, we'll open it up to the chat to see if anybody else wants to get in on these bite sized Meyer lemon cookies. More cookies, more joy. Okay, and Patty's also going to order a bag of the Maui onion chips and the regular cinnamon twists. Okay, all right, Dory is going to get just one bag of these. That's smart. Try it, see if you like it. Anybody else want to try these Dewey's Bakery Meyer lemon cookies? Anybody else? We're now open to chat. All right, Jedit's going to get one of the Meyer lemon cookies. Fantastic. Yes, thank you for that additional order, Miss Patty. I appreciate it. Okay, anybody else? Last call on this one then. All right, well, we're at the top of the hour, so we're going to have our $1 round that we call Belle's Bargain Bonanza. And in this round, everything is going to start out at just $1 for choice. All right, let me show you what I have. First, by kind, I have soft baked squares. And these have 5 grams of protein. 5 grams. Okay. Next, here is a favorite of Craig's. It is the shortbread cookies. Okay. Also, by Nature Valley, I have the sweet and salty nut bars. These are dark chocolate, peanut, and almond. These are a chewy granola bar. Also, I have knoppers. If you're not familiar with knoppers, they are a 5 layer milk hazelnut wafer. And in between the layers of wafer, you have milk and hazelnut creamy filling. And so this is basically what they look like on the inside. All right, looking for $1 starting bid for choice. And Squirrel is also going to get one of the Meyer lemon cookies. Okay. Jet, it's in for $1. Dory is in for $1.25. You forgot knoppers? Oh, I had them the whole time. So we have Doria at $1.25. We're looking for $1.50. Anybody for $1.50? If not, we're going to count these down and start picking. I have a limited quantity on the Nature Valley and the Kind. Okay, Jet, it's out. And Squirrel is asking Patty Rose, are knoppers good? I can't wait to see how Patty explains it. Patty is so great with her words and is so descriptive. So I'm on the edge of my seat. Patty's always a good person to ask for a description, and she's always very objective too. I like that a lot. Fair warning. Okay, we are sold to Doria. No pressure. Oh, you can handle the pressure. Oh. Okay, Doria is going to go for 4 of these shortbread cookies. Okay, let me grab you 4 here. One, two, three, and 4. Okay, I got it. Oh, see, I never would have thought to explain them this way, but this is a genius way to explain it. Patty Rose of New Jersey says that they are like a Kit Kat, but they have a hazelnut filling, in her humble opinion. I really like that because they do have that lightness to them of the Kit Kat. But I love that rather than being the small strips, that it's one like huge block. Okay, Jedit's gonna go for two of the kind bars. All right. Well, baked squares. Okay, so here's two of these for Jedit. We put it in a little bag so Jedit stay together. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed two kind bars and a knopper for squirrel. Okay. So here's two kind bars and a knopper for squirrel. Okay. Who else? Who else? I thought y'all were all going to be wanting the Nature Valley with the dark chocolate and the almonds and the peanuts. They kind of remind me of a fancier version of those only bars that we used to have. All right. Patty has Miss Knopper so much. She is getting six. Okay. I love that. Yes. I got you. You had the two kind bars and the Knopper, I believe. Thank you, Miss Squirrel. Okay. Anybody else? Oh, Patty is so excited for Squirrel to try the Knopper that she is going to treat her to the Knopper that she is trying. That is so sweet. But I have to tell you, when y'all try these, you're gonna like them. Everybody that's ever bought one has come back and got another one or two or three or well, like Patty six. So, but I love that. Gift alert! Gift alert! Gift alert! And you know, when we have these dollar rounds, it's a great time to try other things. Also, a great time to tip your mom. And Squirrel says, there she goes again. Patty Rose of New Jersey is such a sweetheart. Indeed, she is. She's a sweetheart, she is generous, and she is kind. She's also very witty and knowledgeable. I like her a lot. We've missed her during her digital detox. Glad to have her back. At least I hope she's back. But even if she's just stopping in for one day, we are still so glad to have her. Okay, anybody else before I clear these away? All right, last call, last call. Okay. All right, let's see what we should do next. All right, calling all bakers, calling all bakers. I have these big bags of Baker's sweetened coconut. Now, this is the large size bag. It's the big 7 ounce. I'm going to start this out at $3. I only have two of these. I only have two. Jewelry is in for three. Thank you, thank you. Patty says, I will be back more regularly after Labor Day when things calm down. Today was relaxing because it was actually too hot to go to the beach or the club today. Been crafting and relaxing. Well, I hope you'll be able to at least stop by our special 2K celebration tomorrow night. It should be fun. So excited that my channel is still slowly but surely growing. And speaking of growing, y'all click the thumbs up for me, pretty please. That's one of the things that helps me grow and helps YouTube acknowledge me and share me out more. All right, let's go ahead and count this down, Nancy, pretty please. I only have 2 bags of this. Let's count this down, pretty please, Nancy. Nancy? Oh, Nancy's so busy talking to Shelby, she might not have heard me. Oh, well, hopefully you'll be able to make it towards the end. Even though we start at 7, 8 for you, we'll be going hours and hours. So you might have time to stop by, towards the end, but no pressure. Okay, both bags. Here's the 2 bags going to you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, $2. I have these fancy Cliff bars. And Cliff is known for sustained energy. They are chocolate chip flavor. I only have 3 of these. So $2 on these. $2. And I've tried these, and for me, they're like a meal replacement bar. They really will fill you up, they will sustain you. I'll just throw one of these in my purse when I'm retail arbitraging, and I don't even get tempted by fast food. Although I did notice at my rallies, y'all may not have rallies in your state, that their new value meal is only $4. I was so excited about that. In some states, rallies are called checkers, but in my opinion, rallies has the best fries, French fries, anywhere. I love a good rallies fry. Oops, I said I had 3, but I now see I have 4 of these. One was hiding underneath something else. Did we count this down? Nancy, let's see if we might can move a little quicker on our countdowns, pretty please. Yes, you can absolutely get the iced coffee. All right, here it is. Cold brew, 14 cups of coffee. So help me. Now, I have to ask, since Patty was making a funny about 14 cups, how long do you think 14 cups of coffee is going to last? I seriously don't know. I'd love to hear what y'all think about it. Do you think it lasts a week? Do you think it lasts a month? I know I can't drink a whole 2 liter soda before it goes flat. I usually get like three-fourths the way through it, and then it's just been so many days that it's flat. But still, it's more affordable, even if you throw out the last bit or don't enjoy the last bit as much to buy it by the 2 liter. Weeks for you. That's what I thought. And I wonder, since it's brown sugar flavored, if it means it's already sweet or you still have to add sweetener. I don't quite know how coffee works. I don't speak coffee. Okay. All right, we are sold to Squirrel. Okay, she's going to take 2 bars. All right, let me grab 2. All right, so here's 2 going to Squirrel, and I have 2 more left. Got this one and this one left. We'll put 2 squirrels, 2 in a little sack to keep them together. All right, anybody for the last 2? Anybody for the last 2? Oh no! Patty Rose says, my coffee mug is 16 ounces and I drink 2 a day. I guess that works out to about 4 days for me. Wow. Are you just running to the bathroom all the time? 16 ounces? Oh my. Okay. Well, we're going to pass on these. See, I'm always interested. I love when y'all share personal little items like that. All right, $3 for choice. Attention, coconut lovers. Attention, coconut lovers. All right, first we have crispy coconut rolls. Look at these. And in case y'all aren't familiar with these, they're very light and manageable, but they have no artificial ingredients. They're suitable for vegetarians. They have roasted black sesame seeds, and they look just like this. And the next one is toasted coconut macaroons. Oh, wait. Patty wanted the last 2 Cliff Bars. Okay. Here's the last 2 Cliff Bars. And I have a new one to add. And Patty says, no, these are good too. Now, with you saying these are good, people are going to say, Patty, can you describe them and which ones are your favorite? All right, and here's the new one from Home Style Candies. It's a caramel coconut fudge tip. I tell you, caramel, coconut, and fudge. All right, so here's the new one. So $3 for choice. And I love that the crispy coconut has a resealable part to it. That makes it so convenient to rip it open, but then you can just seal it back that way. But I will be having some cute chip clips tonight in case y'all need a way of sealing your snacks. So who's in for $3? Okay, Squirrel is in for 3. Yay. Okay, Patty's going to tell us. I love the rolled ones. That's these. With ice cream. That sounds delicious. Anybody for 325? Looking for 325. Otherwise, we're going to count it down and keep moving forward. Fair warning. And Patty says the coconut macaroons are great if you have stomach issues. It helps to reduce, oh my, 1 to 3 macaroons can just fix you right up. Okay. Oh. All right. Squirrel's going to go with 2 of the coconut rolls. Okay. Let me grab those. All right. Anybody else? I guess Patty needs something to counteract all that coffee. We are open to the chat. Any other coconut lovers here? So Patty's recommended the 2 that she's had before, and so far nobody's tried the caramel coconut fudge tips. And here's an interesting little fact on the package. It says, since 1917, the Crown Candy Corporation of Macon, Georgia. Shout out to the family of Rick Devens. If anybody's watching Big Brother, Rick Devens from Macon, Georgia is representing Georgia proudly. You did put that as delicately as you could. All right, last call on these. Yep, I could not have phrased it any more delicately myself. You did an excellent job with saying that in the most demure way, but where we knew exactly what you were saying. Okay, last call on these. All right, next, let me show you one of my favorite brands, and then I'm going to tell you what other flavors we have. This is the Australian Wiley Wallaby licorice, and it is really soft, really chewy, and really delicious. Now, I'm showing it to you in the watermelon flavor for $3. But let me tell you the other flavors I can get. I only bought one. I started to buy one in every flavor, but I'm trying to keep less inventory so that everything stays more fresh. Um, oh, Patty says, I'm loving Big Brother. Got to binge watch while my hubby is in Germany. Oh, I wish I had known that. I would have talked to you about all the showmances and who you liked and who you didn't and who you wanted to be voted out. I know it's wrong, but I'm secretly rooting for Angela. But after her meltdown, don't get me started. It's like I don't want to root for Angela, but I find myself rooting for Angela. Although Devins is really my true favorite. Okay, so Wiley Wallaby, $3, Nancy. Here's the list of flavors I can get. You're looking at the watermelon, which people tell me all the time is great. And if you watch the videos of Lisa M. Adventure, she has a great video of her trying the Wiley Wallaby in the watermelon. I can also get the lemonade, the green apple, the blueberry pomegranate, and the strawberry. So I've got 5 flavor choices for you. Once again, watermelon, lemonade, green apple, blueberry/pomegranate, and strawberry. Yes, 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 Squirrel. You can get the caramel coconut fudge tips. And by you being the first to try these, now everybody can say, "Oh, Miss Squirrel, tell us about the taste. Tell us about the texture. Tell us about what you thought." Now you can be the person who gives the description next time. Yay! Oh, and Squirrel is telling us that of all the flavors of Wiley Wallaby that I just named out, the green apple is her favorite. I love when y'all share things like that. Well, if you're an apple fan, earlier in the show, I had a cinnamon apple crunchy twist. Okay, anybody for a Wiley Wallaby for $3? Okay, last call. And Patty says, "I feel like I jinx my player when I claim them." So I cheer for them in private. But it definitely isn't Angela. Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, it's I'm embarrassed to admit I like Angela. And it's like I liked Lyric, but then Lyric just, her game kind of fell apart. So, but I'm proud to say that I am rooting for Devins with his sweet wife Becca and his two children. And they showed the whole behind the scenes with his family on Friday, and it was so fun getting to see his son and daughter. All right. Well, we will pass on these if nobody wants any of the flavors of Wiley Wallaby. All right. How about some nuts? Let me show you what nuts I have. I found this new flavor. This is called peanuttles. Peanuttles? Well, it's butter toffee peanuts. Butter toffee peanuts. And for those of you who prefer cashews, I have coconut cashews, and they are kettle cooked. And also, it's a plant based protein. Happy do. All right, let me show y'all the dates while I'm thinking about it. Here is the date 2027. And on the coconut cashews. All right, why do you put black writing on blue? All right, also 2027. All right, looking for $3 for your choice of coated nuts. You can choose from butter toffee peanuts or coconut cashews. Oh, wait, it looks like Squirrel might watch Big Brother too. Why did y'all wait half the season to start telling me? Angela would be my least favorite too. She is a bit annoying for me and she grates on my nerves. I understand that. I can see that. So like I said, it's embarrassed to admit that I like her. My least favorite, since we're talking about least favorite, my least favorite is Melody. Melody. All right, Patty Rose is in for 3. Thank you, thank you. And you know what? Since we have room on the auction block, I'm also going to add some craisins. Because I know some people like to make their own trail mix, and craisins are great to combine with nuts. So I'm also going to add some craisins. Going once. Going twice. And if y'all aren't familiar with craisins, they are bold, sweet, and tart dried cranberries by Ocean Spray. Okay, Patty is our winner. Sold, sold, sold to Patty. She's going to go with one of the peanuttles and one craisins. All right, we're going to open this up to chat and see if anybody else wants to get in on these. I'm kind of surprised that Janet isn't in on some of these. These look like Janet kind of snacks to me. But I don't know if Janet's still here in the chat. Paging Janet. All right, Squirrel's going to go for one of each. The coconut cashews, the peanuttles, and the craisins. Yay! I love that you love to try new things. That is so fun. And Shelby says the craisins would be good in a chicken salad. Yes, I love them in chicken salad. All right, anybody else? Okay, last call, last call. All right, next $3, I have some spices. This one is cinnamon and sugar. I love to make a cinnamon toast with it, or even better than cinnamon toast, something I do down here because we have a lot of croissant, is to butter my croissant and then just sprinkle a little cinnamon sugar over it. Then I have ground cloves, and I have some Himalayan pink salt. I only have one of each. Oh, wait. Gift alert, gift alert, gift alert. Send the Jedit the peanuttles from me. I will absolutely do that. That'll be a lovely gift. Did I get squirrel? Let me scroll up. Yes, I did. I called it out. I did. Oh no, Nancy doesn't trust me to get the orders. Sorry, normally I have a co-host. I thought about canceling when I didn't have a co-host or a list maker, but I just thought I'm going to go on anyway and see if I can make the best of it. I'll go back after and write down who bought what. But I just thought for once I'm going to see if I can manage it anyway, especially since I had Nancy to run the chat. All right, $3 for choice. So once again, the choices are cinnamon sugar, ground cloves, or the pink Himalayan sea salt, and that happens to come in a grinder. Something great about spices when they're put through a grinder, it seems to just open them up. Thank you, Shelby. All right, any other interest? Okay, squirrels in for three. Remember, these are one and done, so when they're sold out, they are sold out. We're going once. Going twice. Fair warning. And sold to squirrel. Okay, she's going to take the cinnamon and sugar. I thought the grinder one was going to go first. It just shows I can never guess. All right, anybody else for the pink Himalayan sea salt grinder or the ground cloves? All right, last call on these. Now, to all our Big Brother fans, I keep hearing them about slop and all the things they make from it. Well, I don't have slop, but I do have oatmeal. We're going to start this out at $2. This one is maple and brown sugar flavor. You get 6 packets. It's made with whole grain oats. It is and oatmeal helps to reduce cholesterol. So $2 for this. I have to admit also to those of you who watch it, because now that the live feeds are on Pluto, I have started watching Pluto just so I can keep up with the behind the scenes stuff. But I have started eating so many olives because when they're on the slop and they're sitting there eating pickles and olives, I don't happen to have any pickles, but I had some olives. And I've been just eating so many olives, just like in the spirit for them. All right, oatmeal, maple, and brown sugar. And so for $2, you're getting 6 packets. That's like a whole week of breakfast. And Squirrel says, slop, laughing out loud. I've seen them making cookies and all kinds of ideas. I've seen them making brittle. I've seen them making muffins. It's amazing what they can turn it into. So I think they're allowed to add protein powder and flour and sauces. So really, it's slop plus all the makings to turn it into other stuff. I love watching their creativity with it. Oh, look, a squirrel is a kindred spirit. She says, I find myself eating different things along with the Big Brother crew, too. I'm glad it's not just me. So I'm starting to think, what's wrong with me? All right, anybody for the oatmeal? If anybody wants to eat, basically a better, tastier version of slop. Okay, just $2. We'll pass on this then. Okay, next I have some taffy. I only have 2 of the maple left. The date on the maple is September, and I have plenty left of this new summer flavor, which is strawberry banana. And the date on this one is 2027. All right. So, anybody for taffy? And Patty says, "Remember when the have-nots only got PB&J sandwiches?" I do. And I remember a couple of times when America used to vote. Now, I never voted, but you would hear about America getting to vote, and they'd have it'd be like, Twizzlers and beef sticks or something like that. Or it would be, they'd have like one fun little snack or something. I remember that too. Patty Rose, that didn't seem to last too long. It didn't, because I don't think they complained enough and they wanted it to seem like a hardship. Taffy's still $3, Nancy. $3 for choice. Choice of maple or strawberry banana. But I have to say, with the creativity of Mallory and even Lala a little bit, the slop just doesn't seem as bad this year. But I have to tell y'all, I'm not so much loving the costumes this year. I feel like it leaves too much to the imagination right now. And I felt like the egg one was just painful and toilsome on Angela. So there needs to be something in the middle. I could see the leotards because that's just funny. But when it inhibits a way a person can move or sit, that just seems too much. Or when it doesn't cover enough skin, that just seems, inappropriate. All right, squirrel is in for three. Sorry, I got it. I didn't mean to give y'all such a long diatribe. Well, I think they keep trying to make it harder. And I don't know if y'all have heard the new commercials for Survivor, but Jeff, instead of saying the old era, new era, he keeps saying the open era. And I want to know what he means by open and what's going to be so different. Obviously, it has to be different. I mean, it's season 51, but if y'all know, y'all type in the chat. I could use some spoilers. I'm a girl that loves spoilers. And yes, we will be done with this broadcast in time for us all to watch Big Brother, in case anybody was wondering. Well, see, that's the thing is you could have lived on it for days, and they are only on it for what, 5 days, and then it swaps. So if it's something they like and it's not going to be a hardship, they have to make it at least a little harder. Okay. Squirrel is, we are sold to squirrel. I have only two left of the maple, and I have a whole case of the strawberry banana. So let me know which one are ones and what quantity. Okay, squirrel is going to get two strawberry banana, and then she's done. Good, good. Okay, we'll open this up to chat. Anybody else for strawberry banana or maple? All right, last call on these. Okay. Next, I only have two of these. These are going to be $4. This is the big variety pack of Weiler's Light. Now, I want to caution y'all that these are sugar free. I always get asked, are these sugar free? And yes, this is sugar free, and it's a variety pack. So if you get tired of the same flavor, or you just want to try a bunch of flavors before going and buying a whole box of one? Well, here it is. You've got the flavor of cola, a tropical lime, a spiced cherry, and a citrus sour. And these are going to be $4. It says that these are TikTok trend inspired flavors, and you get 20. 20. So you're getting five of each flavor. And let me show y'all the date on these. The date is 2027. So you have an entire year to drink these four flavors, and you've got 20 packets. Oh, and Patty said she's running out to dinner. Well, you have a great time. Order something good for us and tell us all about it tomorrow. Oh, and have fun at your art class tomorrow, too. All right, Squirrel is in for four. And I have to say, I misspoke. I thought I had two of these. I actually have three of these. I have two plus the one on display. So I wanted to correct myself there because I said that poorly. We're going once, going twice. Fair warning. Salted squirrel. Will it be one, two, or oh, one, she says. Okay. Here is one for her. So I've got two left. Anybody for one or both of the remaining 20 packs? And remember, you're getting four different flavors. And I see you is here. I'm starting to worry. And she's going to get one of these 20 packs. All right, so here's one for her. And we've got just one left. Oh, it's okay. You needed your sleep, but I was getting worried just about you on a personal level. But we're glad you're fine. It just shows you that we love you and we miss you when we are not here. All right, anybody for the last one? All right, we're going to move this aside. All right, $2 starting bid for, $2 starting bid. This is a packet of Canada Dry. It is cranberry ginger ale. So $2 for the singular box. It's just one flavor, but ginger ale helps settle my stomach so much. So, oh, I don't happen to have Crystal Light today. If you're interested in Crystal Light, send me a little email with what flavors or what sizes or what kinds, And I'll make an effort to look for it this week and I'll send you an email with what I find. But I only had that big multi pack of the Weilers, and then I have this Canada Dry here. It's the regular size, it's not the family size. Um, but just let me know what you're looking for, and I will keep an eye out when I'm retail arbitraging. But I never want to buy the big bottles of ginger ale because I feel like they're just going to go flat. So I love that I can just add this to bottles of water that I already have anytime my stomach is a little upset. So I kind of keep this for like in case of emergency type. And I love that it also has some taste to it because I don't really think ginger ale has much taste. So the fact that this is cranberry ginger ale, I like that better. Well, last call on this. All right, I will move it aside. Oh, I think I forgot to show y'all the date on it. The date is 2027. Yes, you can absolutely get two more knoppers. I will add that to your order. Well, and when I say add that to your order, I really mean I will go back and rewatch and figure out who ordered what. So I'll remember to add that in. Okay, $2 starting bid for choice. I have proteins, I have meats, I have fish. Here we go. By No and Love, we have light tuna in water, 100% wild caught. Next, by No and Love, I have hickory smoked tuna. Next, I have applewood smoke. And we were just talking about adding craisins to chicken salad. And look here, I've got a chicken salad. Now, this chicken salad doesn't have the craisins, but you can absolutely add the craisins to it. So, looking for $2 for choice of the chicken salad or the tunas. You provide the crackers and bread. Oh, bye, Shelby. Okay, squirrel is in for two. Looking for 225. Oh, thank you, ICU. ICU's not going to make me miss Big Brother tonight to go back. She just offered to rewatch and make the whole list for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Such a kind and supportive friend you are. And for anybody who tuned in late, we are having our 2K celebration on Monday, and we have a bunch of giveaways. We're giving away lots of bell bucks to spend during the celebration. So it all started with Jocelyn offering to give away two $5 bell bucks. And then ICU offered to give away three of the $5 bell bucks. And then Kitty decided to also give away three of the $5 bell bucks. And right before she leaves for the end of the night, our biggest prize of the night is coming from ICU. She is giving away sterling silver. I am so blessed that I have wonderful friends who will give away things to y'all that I could never afford to give away. So thank y'all so much for that. Y'all make sure and be here tomorrow because you have to be present to win. And with all of the bell bucks, it is spend it that night. That way the people can see what you pick. We're at fair warning. Okay, we are sold to Squirrel. Let us know which one or ones and what quantity. These make such fast, convenient meals. If you look at the pictures, you'll see how the items are added to a croissant. The items are added to a soup or a bowl of rice or a bowl of couscous. Although there have been times I'm hungry, I just grab a fork and open it and just eat it out of the package. Because sometimes I'm tired. When you don't have a spouse to ever take a turn cooking or bringing you food, sometimes you just want what is easiest. Okay, Squirrel is going for chicken salad times two. Okay, here's two chicken salads. Thank you, thank you. Okay, anybody else? And let me show y'all the dates on these, by the way. Here is the first one. You'll see it's 2027. Here's the Applewood Smoke. It is 2028. Oops. This one is also 2027. These last so long. They'd be great for like a hurricane preparedness or a prepper kit. 2027. Oh, Janet's back. Janet, did you see your gift from Patty in the chat, or do we need to tell you about it? Okay. Janet's going to get two chicken. All right, these are my last two chickens. Okay, so what we have left is the Applewood Smoke, the Hickory Smoke, and the Light Tuna. Any interest on those? All right, last call on these. Now, I have showed these flavors before. Oh, you stepped away. Then let us tell you how Patty is blessing you. She bought you some toffee covered peanuts. They're called peanuttles. Okay, here are two new flavors. And look, this one has 17 grams of protein. So this one is lemon pepper. This is my first time showing the lemon pepper. And this one is sweet Thai chili. I'm sorry, spicy Thai chili. And look how they put this one in a wrap. So these are going to be $2 for choice. These are two new flavors I picked up. I'll show you the dates on these as well. 2027 on the spicy Thai. And this one's also 2027. We knew you'd be thrilled. That Patty Rose is so generous and so kind. Okay. Any interest in the new flavors of the tuna? It's all wild caught tuna, but the lemon pepper has 17 grams of protein, and the spicy Thai chili has 15 grams of protein. So, if you're trying to increase your protein and maybe decrease your carbs, these are a great solution. Anyone for $2? All right, let me pass on these. All right, next I only have one bag of this. It is organic coconut flour, $3. It is keto friendly. It is 100% gluten free. There is no GMO, no color, no preservatives. Excellent source of fiber, gluten free, kosher, and keto, dairy free, all natural. And I only have one. I know it should be way more than $3, but I only have one, so I didn't want to have to spend a long time selling it off. All right, anybody for the organic coconut flour? Okay, if not, it's going to be available on the replay. Okay, at the beginning, I started with some paper products. Now, here is a big say it. So, let me see if I can show you what all you get here. You get, it looks like three sets of the large paper plates, and it looks like two sets of the small paper plates. And then you might can see them better here, all the various packages of the big ones, the small ones. You get the napkins as well. So you're going to get a lot in this package. And here is the motif. You know, sometimes with these, um, yes, it was $3. Sometimes with these napkins, it'll be all of these cutesy little kid types. But look at this. Doesn't this look like a scene from a movie? This looks so much nicer and better than most paper plates. I mean, tell me, you can almost craft with this. It is so pretty and so scenic. But for, let's see, three large, three medium, and the napkins, let's start this at 7. So you're going to get the whole sealed set for 7. Anybody interested in the big set, all coordinated, all put together for you? Whether it's for home dining, or this would be great if you're one of those people that host a movie night for Halloween, because this just looks like you're about to walk into a haunted town, a haunted village, a village where they all disappeared. What happened? Where did they go? Why did they all suddenly leave? And why are the lights still on in the abandoned houses? Dum dum dum. Okay, anybody for 7? That's a problem when I don't have a co-host. I just get to talking to myself. All right, we're gonna pass on this. Next, $4. I have a 4-pack with lids of containers. Here's the containers right here. 4-pack. These are freezer safe, microwave safe, and top rack dishwasher washer safe. So if you're a person who likes to make, um, well, I almost said a big pot of gumbo. That wouldn't be all. Y'all probably make what, chili or beef stew or goulash. and put it into containers and save it. You know, for those nights you're watching Big Brother, some other favorite program, all you got to do is take it out of the freezer, pop it in the microwave, and then you can pop it in the dishwasher. So if you're a cook ahead person or a save your leftovers for when your good shows are on, this is going to help you. So that makes these just $1 each. And look how pretty the lids are as well. This nice blue and white print will work for guys or women. So $4 for these. Anybody for $4? I only have one set. Okay, we're gonna pass on those. All right, next I have cow tails. Yum, yum, yum. They're kind of a caramel type snack with cream in the middle, but I also have the cow tails in the honey bun. $3 for choice of cow tails. Cow tails, $3 for choice. Y'all chat it up. I don't see anybody chatting. When I don't have a co-host, I really rely on y'all to put fun things for me to read and talk to y'all about in the chat. Y'all help me out by y'all co-hosting with me by helping me in the chat, pray please. Anybody for $3? Okay, last call on these then. All right, next I've got some super cute chip clips. So these are going to be $3 for the 2-pack. So the first set is a cute little Minnie Mouse. And then here is one with Minnie and Mickey together. Next, I have Winnie the Pooh. And if you would prefer, I have a 5-pack as well. Oops, I'm getting a glare. Okay. And these do have magnets on the back so they can stick to your fridge so you can find them. Now, if you're not seeing your favorite character here, there are plenty of other characters I can get. I can get Star Wars, I can get SpongeBob, Stitch, Avengers, Iron Man, Spider Man, Hulk, Garfield. So there are many other characters that I can get. I just guessed on what characters y'all might want. And so I brought these 3 to show y'all. And you'll see they are Disney brand. So chip clips, $3 for the 2-pack. Oh no, you put it in as $2 again, Nancy, instead of the $3. This happened last time. Oh, I guess you heard 2-pack and thought that that was the price. Okay, let me move these out of the way before they accidentally sell again for that price. All right, next, I have some big bags of candy. These are going to be $3. They are a huge bag and a great value. So we're going to start these bags at $3. The first bag are Sour Punch Twists. They come in Midnight Mystery, Monster Melon, and Prickly Pear. Next, we have Crazy Eye Gumballs. And they literally do look like eyes. Next, we have Double Bubble Gum. Great for all those bubble blowing competitions. And last but not least, we have a bag of over 70 pieces of the Sour Mega Brands. And they have Smarties and Nuclear Fusion and Warheads. So $3 for choice. And if there's anything that I didn't show tonight that you might have bought in the past and you need a refill of it, just let me know. I can't possibly, keep everything in stock. Many times I can go get another one, and I don't have time to show even everything I have. So if you need pretzels, if you need other cookies, if you need the meat sticks, if you need anything that I've had before, y'all just shout it out and we can add it to the list. Okay, last call on this. It has been a great auction. Thank you so much, Nancy, for running the chat. And thank you, ICU, for being willing to go back and make the list so that I actually get to watch Big Brother. And any of y'all that are Big Brother fans, y'all email me or message me on Discord. I'd love to discuss it with you. So I say, le bon temps roule. Let the good times roll. Roll in your life. Roll in your heart. Roll in your soul. Roll on and on and on. And I'll see you at the 2K celebration tomorrow night at 7.